take that Hanzo.
Okay, I want to work with the Hanzo too. It's 3-0 from the panelist desk. Let's hear from Rockhart and Nomad. Take us to the action.
Welcome everybody, it's game day here for Bren Esports versus Execration, and it's gonna be your boys here on the caster desk. It's Rockhart and Nomad bringing you the action. So, Nomad, jeez, did you see that draft? It got by so fast. Hanzo, boy, Hanzo. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped about that Hanzo pick because Leo actually asked Ducky, and Ducky said that they're gonna have a new hero that they're gonna be funneling, and I'm interested to see if this Hanzo will be as effective as he was during the past when he got picked up. But we will not be discounting the fact that Execration still has a relatively well-rounded lineup. So I'm kind of looking forward to see how they will be shutting down this Hanzo funnel that's about to come in.
Yeah, this is the funnel. I mean, I've been thinking about any possibilities. Like, what are the possible things that you could funnel that we've never seen before, right? I mean, there's a lot of marksmen that hasn't been used. Maybe Layla, I was hoping for a little Layla, but apparently that's not going to be the case. Anyway, we will be heading into the game right now here for Game 1 of Bren Esports versus Execration. This is the playoffs, ladies and gents, and we are, of course, in the upper bracket. It's going to be first versus fourth. So when they picked that up, I was a little hesitant. Why would you do this? It's so not proven, especially in the past. This win rate is just abysmal. So if it's a team that did like almost a clean MPL regular season run, I'm trying not to doubt them, but it's still there in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, Execration really has to step up their game. I mean, we're basing it off of what Zapnu said during his interview video earlier on, they need to make sure that they can step up. If they really did prepare for Bren Esports, we need to see it here.
All right, here we go, ladies and gents. Bren Esports and Execration, the first of the playoffs. It will be very, very hot, highly contested, and Execration players are already on the esports pro player percent. We're gonna go into the invade here on the blue side jungle for Bren. Execration are really, really rushing it as fast as possible. Lastly, though, will be there, see if he can steal it. I think it will be taken, of course, with hate on that Harif. Retribution, very, very difficult to deal with in the beginning of the game.
Interesting to see that Bren Esports actually opted to just immediately go for the buffs instead of going straight in the lane. Yeah, we did see, I believe that was few in the middle lane, or in the middle lane solo, while two other members of Bren Esports was farming there at the red buffs, but Coco is going to have a bad time. He's going to be forced to flicker out of there. That was a 4v1. He really should not be overstaying his welcome here. Lasty will be backing up Coco. Not a lot of big fights happening. They are going to be backing off. Execration will be saving the kill for now.
Super smart of Coco to go use the flicker before Firaga armor comes out. Because if he used it after Firaga armor comes out, he would have been easily followed up there. But looks like Benny Cutie will be the one to be the first casualty here. Bren Esports, he got picked up all of a sudden. Where did that come from? Apparently Rebo, so good on the Selena, able to get a lot while Execration was doing the pressure.
Yeah, the rotations from Rebo are actually on point on that Selena. It will become a problem later. And speaking of problem, Hate is receiving a brunt of the problem there with Hanzo. A lot of damage being taken out. He's going to be taken out of the fight. Few in the backlines will take out Hate with that ejection.
Bren Esports looking like they're on fire right now. Seeing if they can get some more resources here on the left side of the map. And Execration, they don't have an answer right now. Benny Cutie's Bruno, he just hit level 4, so you can't really expect too much out of this yet, even though he does have the blue buff. There's Coco with the last stand inside the minions. There's a lot of damage, and Benny Cutie gets taken out before he can do anything. A double kill for the Hanzo.
This is not looking good for Execration. They cannot find an answer on that Hanzo. Coco with the initial dive in with that last insanity, you really set things up for Carl Teasy. Now, Execration needs to find an opening wherein Hanzo is nowhere near them in the fight, or if they can, try to hunt down Hanzo. They need to keep Benny Cutie alive for as long as they can, so that he can at least scale at the same time as Carl Teasy.
And you know what's funny? The Hanzo hasn't even actually shown his actual face. all they're seeing is that ghost of the Hanzo, and he's been tearing it up. And don't forget, Carl Teasy is the one piloting that monstrous demon, and he's been getting farmed nonstop while all of this is happening.
Yeah, and he's gonna have a really good time. He has free reign over the jungle. He's gonna be able to rotate over to Execration side of things. We'll be able to take down that Lithomancer. Meanwhile, Execration, they're bunched up. They're trying to force out a fight here in the top lane. There goes the barrier to prevent Rebo and Lassie from coming in. Chakno really overstaying his welcome. And Carl Teasy there with the illusion that is Hanzo will be right there. I'm not sure. There we go, the last insanity in the back lines. Benicuti's going to get taken out. Good dive from Coco, but he's going to be paying the price. It is going to be a 1-for-1 trade.
All right.
And a
so
quick disengage.
Chakto's definitely the stone that's keeping Execration in this game so far. Lastly, again, on that Atlas, very difficult to deal with, especially with all these abyssal arrows making their way into your cores and into your supports. You gotta be careful. And Carl T is gonna be going in there with the illusion, killing spree on the Hanzo, and goes back without a scratch. He's around the turtle area. They can start this very, very soon. Execration, they're losing control of this map really, really quickly.
They will be able to take down Turtle without any contestation whatsoever because Execration's lineup, yes, they have hate. He can go ahead and pop up the Zama Force and just dash in and out of the fight. But it's still not enough to secure this because Bren Esports lineup is filled with tanky heroes. We got Lasty, we got Few and Coco that's going to be serving as the frontliners from here, from the side of Bren Esports, and they cannot penetrate the back lines, which is going to be either Rebo or Carl Teasy.
3 super tanky heroes, 2 of the most mobile assassins you can think of, you know, at least Hanzo when he's on ghost mode. Right now, though, it's gonna be very cutie with a Reg on the bottom lane. Few throwing out Zapnu underneath, and the save there by E2 Max on the heel. Great timing. They might be able to take a turret. However, Chaktu's on the hunt. Carl Teasy, he's trying to stop the ghost. The damage is real, though. Under the turret, hate will take him out. It looks like that will not be enough. That turret is not enough to stop a rampaging Chaknu to take you out.
Signs of life here from Execration, almost securing 2 turrets here, and they are making their way over to the tier 2 turret. Chaknu is low on HP, but he is going to remain here because Estes is there to sustain them. We'll be able to take down the tier 2 turret. Now the bottom lane, the bottom jungle is wide open for the taking. Turtle is going to be secured by Coco. And this should be a sign for a reset for Execration.
Should be. I mean, they've already caught up in gold. I mean, all of the leads that they lost in the early game have already been pretty much accounted for. And now Execration, this is a small window for them to just stabilize on the map. Make sure they control more of it, even though there are abyssal traps all around. You need to clear all those out, get back the vision, and then get back onto the farm. So, what does this mean if you shut down the early game of Carl Teasy on the Hanzo, of Rebo on Selena? How does the damage look like for Bren?
Well, right now, Bren Esports is not looking good because of the shutdowns that Execration have been doing. Lasty is forced back, and now Execration, having the Signs of Life, finally hitting the item spike that they need. They can finally fight back against this Bren Esports lineup. Opening up the mid lane tier 1 turret is more than enough for Execration at this point in the game, but they do not need to give away any free kills. Speaking of giving away free kills, there goes Charisma being targeted here by Few. Zapnu and the last insanity from Coco is going to connect. They're still too tanky on their own. They're going to be sacrificing Kate and Zapnu for this.
Oh my gosh, look at that. And just like that, Bren Esports pick up 2 more kills out of nowhere. I mean, they tanked everything, and they were still pretty healthy enough to see if they can consider going for a push. Goes to show the advantages that you have with the lineup, with an Atlas. And again, the arrows just always hitting their mark. Forces to Purify onto E2 Max on that Estes. And now it's going to be the last insanity Coco on the back line. He has immortality. He is not afraid. Few on the bottom lane also ready to push at the moment. So it's but Carl Teasy, no more Ghost Form. Goes out. Demon's Blood has already ran out. And that's going to be Bren going on the run here. Execration, they want blood, but they will be denied for the meantime. 9-6 so far in favor of Bren Esports. The goal lead is not that far away.
Benicute is starting to become a problem here for Bren Esports because of the inherent tankiness of Zapnu and Chaknu. and the sustain from Itumax altogether, Benny Cutie is having a time of his life just free hitting in the back lines, and that because of that, he will be able to secure the turtle together with Hate, and they should be re-engaging with this fight. And that is a nice barrier. There goes the Teresa with the ultimate, gets the knockup. They're going to be backing off over to the back lines. I think that is going to be few. That's going to be caught off guard by Benny Cutie forever. And Bren Esports will be disengaging.
Yep, that's gonna be disengaged, and looks like Bren Esports are somehow at least surviving inside their base. But Execration, this is a huge difference from where they were. The gold swing is very minimal, but the map control is just massive right now. Carl TZ, he needs to get that Demon Blood charged up before he can do anything. It's currently at half HP. So what are you gonna do when you're being locked in? You're being denied all these minions where you can get all that charges from. That's the weakness of the Hanzo right here.
It is the inherent weakness of the Hanzo, and if you can't have a Hanzo farming up, you really don't secure your late game spike here for Bren Esports. That is what Benny Cutie and Hate are doing. They are sticking together almost all of the time, just so that Benny Cutie would be able to be safe in some of the clashes that we might see.
Okay, well, speaking of clashes, I hope they don't try to go for it too much. I feel like Bren Esports is being pushed back by the clashes because of E2 Max on that Estes. Just so good. If they can take him out though, that's gonna be huge! No more healing! Now they can probably go and take a team fight if they want to. It looks like it's not gonna be having anytime soon. Oh, it will be! And that goes in! That's a huge fail link! And that's gonna be a kill onto the Bruno! Of all people, Hate goes down as well! Phew! You guys got to keep your eyes on the Phew! He is taking you out one by one! And that will be another one! As Khaled would say, and they go straight to the Lord for the right timing.
And that is how you shut down this Execration powerhouse. As long as you can take down E2 Max in any situation, you're free to jump in if you are Bren Esports. Beautiful timing by Lassie there to just pop the ultimate and catch a lot of people from Execration off guard. Just allow Bren Esports to come on top of everybody, while Carl TZ is just dishing out damage in the back lines using his Shadow.
Well, so far it looks like the Shadow is just so strong. The Pinnacle Ninja, man, you just cannot contain that. Actually, you have to double check the itemization because he is just, his damage is way off the charts here, considering the amount of farm he's already been given. And don't forget, he was pushed back for a majority of like the time earlier, right? Execration was pretty much in the map. He could not get any farm, so I'm still wondering how Carl TZ is still this strong whenever he uses Demon Force and Devastator on that ninja.
Mostly the reason why he's still this strong is because he's just being protected.
Yeah.
Look at the damage, almost able to dish out half HP damage onto everybody there, but Estes once again being protected. Lord's gonna be marching on over to the top side, and I don't think Execration would want to fight the Lord under their turret.
Probably
because Bren Esports is here.
Yeah, they already took him out, which is very good. So basically that Lord didn't really do much. Except right now it's gonna be Lassie on the backside here. They found the Bruno! Oh my god, he's down! They will be now taken one by one here by Bren Esports. That's gonna be Coco with the last Insanity. He did a huge amount. Soul Reek gonna be cleaning up a triple. Will there be another one? Apparently no, that's gonna be a kill stolen there. And will be enough to go for a big push here on top and mid and bottom lane. How can Execration stop this? I'm not sure anymore.
The death timers are actually relatively high here. Yeah, they are going to be respawning anytime soon, but it's just going to be Grok and Estes that are going to be defending this. So I guess it's safe to say that this game might be over unless Benny Cutie makes something happen. Or, well, Bren Esports is going to be backing off for now. Might be opting to reset, shove out the top lane, and wait for the Lord to start spawning in so that they can have a sure key to victory. Because Execration can still turn this back as long as E2 Max and Benny Cutie is still alive.
Yeah, well, can I just say though, last season's Atlas goes straight into Benny Cutie. They did not expect it. That was apparently all that Bren Esports needed. So they're doing great so far in the pickoffs. They know their targets, right? Bren Esports, they're laser focused on the targets. Either get E2 Max or get Benny Cutie, and we're gonna do great. Speaking of items, though, look at that itemization. I mean, the Blade of Despair, how fast did Carpese get this? I'm not sure. But he's almost full items. Just one more, and he has everything he needs to go for the team fights. And now, it is just so scary to face off. If I'm Execration, like, I'm not gonna go out unless I find Carpese. And right now, though, top lane Coco is gonna be the front line that takes a majority of this damage. He is just life-stealing everything that Execration is throwing with the Harass Insanity as well. I think Zapno might be in danger here. And looks like he's going to be able to make it out just in time. But now, the world is starting to look smaller here for Execration.
Both tanks from Bren Esports and Execration haven't died yet, but Lasty has been the better tank in this fight. There is a big tank difference here. Atlas on his own will be able to create a big change in terms of the fight, especially considering the fact that Execration has to be grouped up together because of Ekumax and his sustain. So this is really a game of whether they should pick off Lusty or pick off the primary damage dealers, which is Cartesi and Rebo, so that they can have a way to fight back.
So difficult to do that, though. How do you actually pick off Lusty when he's the one on the hunt all the time, right? 0-0 and 11 so far on the Atlas. That's a stats you want for the tank. That's A-OK tank. A-OK support, 100%. Now, what can Execration do to get back here? Zapno, he needs to find the target, right? He needs to find either Rebo or Cartesi. Otherwise, it's going to be so hard for them to get back. They need to look for Cartesi's ghost. Go Execration and look for that ghost. That should be good. I think that's what they're looking for, but Cartesi, he's like a real ninja here. He's always in the bush. He's always hiding somewhere. How do you do it?
Yeah, I mean, you can separate yourselves from your team, but I don't think that is going to be the optimum choice here if you're Execration, because that's a dilemma that they're having. Will they be able to spot out Cartesi? I don't think so. Will they be able to go for a full-on 5v5 team fight? Unlikely as well.
Oh, the Lord areas actually. We have Itomax and Zapno very close by. This could be big. Few on the backline though takes down the Harif. Oh my golly, now the Lord's at 10%. They're gonna go for it for the last one. Damage output's gonna be real. Can Zapno take it? Apparently not. Lord will go to Few instead, and Zapno needs to scoot Sean out there, but he's gonna be chased off very easily. And that should be it. I think the Death Timers might be too much for Execration to handle, and now their Benny Cutie is gonna be removed from the map as well. Yeah, what a powerful showing!
What a powerful game one from Bren Esports indeed. This is just a class act from Bren Esports. This is the same Bren Esports that we have seen since the start of the regular season, and even back then in Execration, they said that they practiced for Bren Esports. It's not showing at all.